The infinitive form of a verb is its original form. In English, it follows to. For example, to walk, to run, and to jog. Spanish verbs have infinitive forms as well. They, however, do not follow to, but fall into one of three groups based on their endings: AR, ER, and IR verbs. Today we are focusing on an AR verb, or verbs that end in AR. AR verbs are to speak, hablar, to dance, bailar, estudiar, and to study. As we learned, there are three types of verbs in Spanish: AR, ER, and IR. Each verb ends in one of these three endings. If you take off the ending of these words, you will get the stem word.
Conjugating a verb is changing it so that it makes sense based on the subject it is modifying. In English, it occurs for most verbs. For example, the verb to be changes based on the pronoun. I am, he, she is, we, you, they are. In Spanish, verbs are conjugated based on their endings, whether they are AR, ER, or IR verbs. For each verb, you take the stem word and add a new ending based on the subject pronoun. Each subject pronoun has a different ending: yo, o, tú, as, él, ella, usted, a, nosotros, nosotras, amos, vosotros, vosotras, ais, ellos, ellas, ustedes, han. Dibujar means to draw. If we want to say he draws very well, we take the stem word of dibujar and add a new ending. The verb ending for el is a. Our new word is dibuja. Our new sentence is dibuja muy bien. Now, if we do the same thing for the sentence, they draw very well, we would have to conjugate the verb dibujar using the verb ending for ellos, which is an. Our new sentence is dibujan muy bien.
When two verbs share the same subject, there are different rules. You only conjugate the first verb in a sentence if two verbs share the same subject. The second is left in its infinitive form. For example, mi grupo y yo deseamos terminar el proyecto. Or in English, you say, I want to walk to the store. You'll notice that the second verb is left in its infinitive form. The same is true in Spanish. Notice that the first verb, deseamos, is conjugated to fit the subject, while the second verb, terminar, is left in the infinitive form.
To form a negative statement in English, we put don't or do not before the verb. For example, I do not like reading. I do not like reading. I do not like reading. In Spanish, you do the same thing, but instead of do or do not, you say no. Caminamos rápido.
In English, to answer a question negatively, there's a certain format. If someone asks you, did you do the homework? You would say something like, no, I did not do the homework.